Howdy y'all, I'm Wayne from Dallas, Texas. I react to all things UK. Today I got a video for you that was one in my live stream. If you haven't checked out my live stream, I generally will live stream every day in the afternoon there, usually around 1 o'clock your time. I'll get on my live stream for about an hour and have different topics, and it's just a good group over there, and we like to chat. If you get a chance, you can check out my live stream playlist and watch them on replay if you can't join us live. But I have a good time there, and if you want to get a reaction, if you want me to react to a certain video or a certain place, you can do it right here. And that's a way to suggest a video, and then I will react to it. But in the live stream, I will do sometimes giveaways. And just recently, in my live stream about British authors, you can check out the replay if you'd like. I did a giveaway. I was listing my top 10 British authors, and I was encouraging anyone to guess who would be number one. And anyone and everyone that got it right would get a free video reaction of their choice. So, Carol's one of my really great supporters. She joins us practically every day in the live stream, which is great. I love Carol. And smart as a whip, Carol is. I'm not going to lie. Well, she guessed who my number one British author was. If you want to know, go check it out on the live stream, labeled British Authors. But she guessed who it was before I named my number one. And she might have had a clue because in some of my other video reactions, I had mentioned this author. Although she said she didn't remember that. She just took a really good guess. Maybe she just looked at me and figured I liked this author. But anyway, she won this video reaction today. It is called The 10 Oldest Cities in the UK. Now that's right up my wheelhouse. I mean, I love history, so thanks for the good suggestion, Carol. This is by a channel called Alex in Great Britain. I don't believe I've ever reacted to Alex in Great Britain, so maybe I'm also being turned on to a new channel that I love. So, Carol, congratulations. This video's for you. And I'm kind of excited to see because, what are the 10 oldest cities in the UK? I mean, if I had to guess, can I guess? The oldest cities in the UK. I mean, York? I feel like. Is London in there? What about Manchester? What else would I guess? In the UK? So it could be anywhere in Scotland. Is Cardiff? Cardiff, I think, is pretty old. Edinburgh, maybe. Glasgow. Bath. How about Bath? I feel like that might be on there. Yeah, I don't know. The 10 oldest cities in the UK. I don't know. Let's get going and find out, right? All right, here we go. So I missed it. There we go. Now we should get going.
So what are the oldest cities in the United Kingdom? Well, there are 10 that are so old that they predate the record books themselves and are said to have held their city status since time immemorial. Before I dive into the list, though, I should explain briefly what constitutes a city in the UK. In short, there are two kinds: those with an Anglican cathedral, which alone qualifies them by ancient prescriptive right, and those who were granted city status following an application. The latter kind came about during Queen Victoria's reign, where many industrial towns became cities. But we're here to focus on the former, specifically those whose founding date is unknown, mostly on account of the poor record keeping of the Saxons. For perspective, the oldest UK city with a definitive date is believed
I
to
was
be
about to say,
Durham,
is that Durham?
founded in AD 995, assuming the records of the time are accurate. So the 10 oldest cities, in order from north to south, rather than chronological order, as that
North
part
to
is
south.
unknown, are as follows. Number 1. Originally a Roman settlement founded in AD 71 under the name Eboracum, the city
I
of
knew it.
York is situated at the confluence of the River Ouse and River Foss, and it became a suitable outpost at which the Romans could suppress the local tribe, the Brigantes. In the 4th century, Emperor Constantine the Great was declared Roman Emperor in York, and he became the first to allow Christians to worship freely, and by the year 314, Eboracum had its first bishop.
Okay.
In the 7th century, the Saxons came and named it Eoforwic, with the wic suffix suggesting that it was a trading centre.
Okay, so I do have a reaction in my live streams about where British city names or place names come from. I try to pronounce that word he just said. You go over there and watch my live stream of that, trying to see me say that word if you want to get a good laugh. But so yeah, I thought York, and when I first saw that photo there of Durham, I thought that was Durham. I'm starting to learn some stuff. I really want to be able to recognize a city just on a photo. That's my goal. So I'm trying. But York, let's see if I got any more right. I'm kind of excited. Thanks, Carol.
601, Pope Gregory sent a mission to convert the British to Christianity. He selected York to be the church's centre in the north. In 735, York became an archbishopric. In AD 866, the Danish Vikings conquered Eoforwic and put their own Scandinavian spin on it, naming it Jorvik, and made it their effective capital in the British Isles. Its iconic cathedral, York Minster, or to give it its official name, the Cathedral and Metropolitan Church of St. Peter in York, was consecrated in 1472 on the site of an old Saxon church believed to date from the 7th century, which in turn was on the site of the old Roman Basilica. This is, of course, the seat of the Archbishop of York. Number 2. In the 6th century, St. Diniol founded a monastery in a settlement in the area we now refer to as North Wales. This became known as Bangor, meaning wattled enclosure in Old Welsh. Diniol became the first bishop of Bangor in the Kingdom of Gwynedd. On the site of the original monastery is Bangor Cathedral, which was built in the 12th and 13th centuries. Restorations took place over the centuries following various attacks, including one instance when King John destroyed it during a raid on Gwynedd. Bangor is the oldest city in Wales, or to put it another way, the oldest city in the UK outside of England. Number 3.
Before he goes to number 3, I'm going to stop it. So I said Cardiff, but I was wrong. Bangor. See now, Carol, again, you're doing me a favor because I never heard of Bangor. But I can guarantee I'm about to look it up. Wait, yeah. So number 3, okay, I can already see the picture of number 3. I see a Tudor style. I don't recognize it. Just from this photo, I don't recognize what number 3 is. But Cardiff didn't make the list. I don't guess. What city am I looking at? I've seen a lot of your cities, but I don't recognize this city, so I don't know. What's number 3? Let's find out.
7th century, St. Chad, Bishop of Mercia, declared this city his bishop's seat. The settlement was Lichfield, and it became the focal point of Christianity in the Kingdom of Mercia. Following Chad's death in 672, Lichfield became a place of pilgrimage. A Saxon church was built, which became his resting place. In the same spot, the Normans built a new cathedral from the year 1085. The construction of the present cathedral began in 1195 featuring the UK's only medieval triple spire.
Really? Okay, I want to stop it again.
Number 4.
Okay, so Lichfield? Never heard of it. Yeah, this video is doing me a real favor. I never heard of that. Now I see number 4 on the screen. I don't recognize it. Wow, Carol, this video is turning me on to some cities I don't know, huh? Number 4, what is that? What city is that? Now I feel like Newcastle's pretty old. It used to be called Winchester before they changed the name. But now, I don't think Newcastle's going to make this list. I could be wrong. I don't know what city that is. Oh my gosh, this is fun. Okay, let's see what number 4 is.
Very little is known about the Roman history of this city, but the Saxon settlers discovered a fort here and named it Weagorna Sestra, though the meaning of Weagorna is unclear. Nevertheless, the name evolved to Worcester. In the 7th century, the first cathedral at Worcester was built, which became the seat of the Bishop of the Hwickers. Hwicker was a tribal kingdom existing from the 6th to the 8th century, situated around the area equating approximately to parts of Worcestershire, Warwickshire and Gloucestershire of today. Worcester was its capital. With the Viking invasion and subsequent establishment of the Danelaw in the 9th century, Worcester became a burh, i.e. a fortified settlement, as part of a move by King Ethelred and his wife Ethelfled to solidify the kingdom of Mercia against the Danish threat to the east. From the late 11th to the 16th century, a second cathedral was built in Worcester in a range of architectural styles from Norman to Perpendicular Gothic. Number 5.
Okay, number 5's coming. I'm going to pause it. Okay. That was some great architecture, as was Lichfield. I'm going to have to check out those cities again, Carol. Carol, you know what I like, don't you? She guessed my favorite British author, and she sent me this video as her free reaction, and she knows what I like. Yeah, I should have watched this video a long time ago. I mean, I just started reacting, so yes. What is number 5? I can see it on my screen. I don't recognize it. I don't recognize it. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. What is number 5?
7th century, Bishop Putter became the first bishop of this city and is believed to have been responsible for the construction of the first cathedral here. The city is Hereford. The name Hereford is believed to derive from Old English for army river crossing.
Hereford. Now I've heard that name. We have a city in Texas spelled the same, Hereford. Hereford. Huh. Yeah, I've never seen this city. That's why I don't recognize it. But just this view right here on the screen is already gorgeous.
It was a frontier settlement, which saw various conflicts between the Anglo-Saxons and not only the native Welsh, but the Danes as well. In 1079, the Normans began the construction of the current Hereford Cathedral on the site of its Saxon predecessor. Work continued into the 13th century.
Oh, I want to stop it before he goes. Okay, number 6. I see it on the screen. That is a narrow... I know it's not York, but that looks like the Shambles. That is a narrow street. I don't have a very good view of it. I definitely don't recognize it. I feel like this is also going to be one I don't know. Let's see.
6. Now, here's where things get a bit technical. In the eyes of the law, the City of London, with emphasis on the city, refers to the approximate area the Romans inhabited from the 1st century AD, also called the Square Mile. This is actually both a city and a ceremonial county in its own right, and an enclave surrounded by the ceremonial county of Greater London. In the 9th century, Alfred the Great is believed to have come across the old Roman fortifications and turned it into a Saxon fortified settlement that could better withstand Viking attacks than the previous base, believed to be around the Covent Garden area, with two street names of today providing clues, as in Old English, Strand means beach, and Aldwych means old trading centre. Following the establishment of the Archdiocese of Canterbury, a cathedral was constructed in London in the 7th century and was dedicated to St Paul. This has gone through various iterations up to the present structure designed by Christopher Wren in the aftermath of the Great Fire of 1666.
Yeah, this is great architect,
Number
Christopher
7.
Wren. Okay, I'm trying to be quick to pause it before he says what number 7 is. Okay, I can see it. Another Tudor building on the screen. Yeah, that other one that was London, I did guess London before the video started, but that was just a narrow street. It could have been any. I didn't recognize London from that picture. You know, what is this one? Now Carol's from Liverpool, but I don't think that's not Liverpool. And do I think Liverpool's going to be on the list? I don't think it is going to be on the list. It's going to be something with a Roman, maybe a Roman or Anglo-Saxon based name, or maybe a Viking name. I don't recognize this number 7 on the screen. So let's see.
Before the Romans came, this area was home to a tribe known as the Cantiaci, from which the name of both the city and its county, Kent, derived. The city, of course, being Canterbury.
Oh, Canterbury.
After the Claudian invasion of AD 43, the Romans established a military base, which they called Duravernum Cantiacorum. This became the principal trading centre for the surrounding area. Around AD 270, defensive walls were put in place, which remain in place to this day, albeit with various reworkings. In the 6th century, the Jutes established the Kingdom of Kent, with Canterbury becoming its capital. In AD 597, St Augustine arrived in England on a mission to convert its inhabitants to Christianity. In doing so, Augustine became the first Archbishop of Canterbury. By the 9th century, it was firmly established as the centre of the English Church. This did, however, mark it out as a target for the Danish Vikings across multiple generations.
That's lovely.
In 1011, Canterbury Cathedral was burnt following the capture of Archbishop Alphege. The cathedral was rebuilt.
Oh, that is so nice.
Burnt on 2 more occasions before being built in stone. It was the site of the martyrdom of Thomas Becket in 1170 by the Knights of Henry II, and subsequently became a place of pilgrimage.
Yes. Okay, he's going to number 8. I'm pausing it. I haven't reacted to Canterbury, but I knew they had a really old cathedral there. I should have thought of that. Yeah, I should have thought of that. This is number 8. Is there any chance that's Windsor? Is Windsor on this list? What is that? It just what I can see on the screen, and you've got it paused too. Just that water. Way. Yeah, I'm kind of mad I didn't get Canterbury. I should have thought of that. What else am I not thinking of? I don't recognize this right here, so I don't know. Let's go. Let's see what number 8 is.
Number 8. England's smallest city is also among its oldest, named after the wells in the grounds of the Bishop's Palace and the cathedral. The city of Wells is believed to have originated as a small Roman settlement. In the early 8th century, King Ine of Wessex chose Wells as the site of a minster church. By the early 10th century, the Diocese of Wells...
Okay, I'm stopping that just for a minute to say that all these places that I didn't guess and that I haven't seen before are lovely. Look at that. Look at that. I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to. In the future, you're about to see me react to all these places that I haven't reacted yet to on this list. I guarantee it. Okay, let him keep going. Then I'll try to pause it again.
Founded by King Edward the Elder. This diocese moved to Bath in the Norman period, but as a compromise, a joint diocese was later set up between the two, but officially returned exclusively to Wells in the 13th century, several decades after the construction had begun on Wells Cathedral. Number 9. The first inhabitants of...
Okay, stop. Now, what cities did I guess so far? He's only got 2 left. And I had guessed Bath. Is there a cathedral in Bath? I'm not sure. I mean, what he's showing on the screen, I don't recognize. Okay, let's see. This is so much fun for me, Carol. You have no idea. I love trying to guess.
This city are believed to be the Belgae tribe. The Romans arrived here shortly after the Claudian invasion of AD 43 and established their own settlement, which they called Venta Belgarum. The meaning of Venta is uncertain, but believed to be a Brythonic word for market. When the Saxons discovered the abandoned Roman settlement, they named it Venta Casta, meaning Fort of Venta, which evolved into Winchester. In the 7th century, a church was built here, and in AD 676 the Bishop of Wessex moved the seat to Winchester, effectively making it a cathedral. The Normans would later demolish this in the late 11th century and begin to build in its place the present Winchester Cathedral, although work continued until the 16th century. In AD 871, Alfred the Great was crowned King of Wessex and established Winchester as its capital. When England became united as a single kingdom in the 10th century, Winchester remained the capital until the 12th century.
Okay, number 10. I'm going to pause it real quick. Okay, so, God, that was lovely. Look at these places. I'm going to react to every single place on this list that I haven't already reacted to. Now, I guess I'm wrong about Bath. Because I can't think of a cathedral there. There might be. What about just Chester? That was Winchester. Isn't Chester also a city? Now, in our live stream, I think we also talked about Bicester? Or Bicester? I'm not sure how to say it. I'm sorry. Sometimes I slaughter your place names, and I do apologize. It's Bicester or Bicester? Bicaster? Is that one? Oh my gosh. What is this last one? Oh my gosh. I don't know. Let's see. Sorry, I'm having a little technical difficulty here. Getting this to start back. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Sometimes I have a little trouble. Please pause for technical difficulties. Okay, what is number 10? I almost lost everything just then. Carol, again, thank you so much.
10. Okay. In the 1st century AD, the Romans ventured into an area of the southwestern British Isles, where they founded Isca Dumnoniorum, a name which references the Dumnoni tribe who predated the Romans, and to whom the county Devon is named after. The city was, of course, Exeter, and was situated at the southwestern terminus of the ancient Roman road known as the Fosse Way. In the 7th century, the Saxons settled in the ruins of the abandoned Roman settlement, which they named Escancester, whose name evolved to Exeter. Having been subject to various Viking attacks, it was fortified in the 10th century by King Athelstan. In the year 1003, disaster struck as the Vikings plundered the city after they were let in through the gates. Although more or less reduced to rubble, Exeter recovered, and by 1050, Exeter Cathedral was founded. From the early 12th century, it was rebuilt by the Normans. And those are the 10 oldest cities in the United Kingdom as it pertains to city status. And to reiterate, in no particular chronological order, as their dates of foundation will remain a mystery. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like and subscribe. All the footage featured comes courtesy of my flagship channel, 4K Explorer. So if you'd like to see the complete walks of these cities, you can find a link to the channel in the description below.
Yeah,
have a great day.
Check him out. Give Alex in Great Britain. I'm going to definitely react to his channel more. So, Carol, you think you won? No, I think I won. That's the most fun I've had all day. What I get? Only one right? I only guessed one York. Is that all I guessed correctly? Well, London. I got London. Man. You know, not long from now, I'm gonna know all this stuff. Yeah, Carol, I won. That was the most fun I had all day. So great video choice, Carol. Carol is you know, if you join my live streams, we kind of get to know each other pretty well. Carol and I exchange emails. Feel free to email me. My email is listed in the page description. I email with a handful of you folks already. We talk back and forth, and some of y'all I just chat with in the comments. But if you join my live stream, we kind of get to know each other. I feel like Carol's my friend, and she knows what I like. That's probably why she picked this video. Hats off to you, Carol, my friend. What a good choice in videos. Like I said, that's the most fun I had all day. Well, maybe aside from my live stream this morning. Those are always fun, but that was a lot of fun. I didn't do very well, though. I didn't do very well. Huh. I feel like I should have got Canterbury, right? I should have got that. Even though I haven't reacted to it yet, I do know a fair amount about that. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. So, in the future, just look for me to be reacting to every single one of those that I didn't guess or didn't know. Some of them I'd heard of, but it just didn't stick to me or come to me at the time. So, yeah, I was wrong about that, huh? That was pretty old. Roman times. But not one of the 10 oldest. Yeah, I did say Cardiff, but that was wrong. Yeah, that was fun. Carol, thank you. Yeah, you think you won by guessing. And if you want to know who my favorite British author is, go to my live stream, find the one labeled British authors, and you'll hear who my favorite British author is, because I'm a huge fan of your literature. Yeah, huge fan. So that was so much fun. If y'all get a moment, just like and subscribe to my channel. If you enjoy my videos, it helps the channel so much. But that was a good time. So thank you, Carol. And thank you everyone that joins my live stream. Yeah, that's just a good time. Anyway, till next time, y'all take care.